Welcome into Upperman High School in Baxter, Tennessee, the site of this non-district high school baseball matchup between the visiting White House Blue Devils and the hosting Upperman Bees. I'm Noah McKay, and here in the Jeff P.D. Goolsby press box, joined by my broadcast partner, Jacob Vincent. It is a beautiful evening for high school baseball, and we've got a really fun non-district matchup today as the sophomore righty Chris Worsing on the mound for the Bees, their Friday starter getting loose, and he's going to face off against a White House lineup that comes into the game with a 6-9 record, which is slightly deceiving, and will bat 1 through 9 like this. Batting first is Barrett Brown. Batting second is the first baseman, Jake Soporowski. Batting third is the third baseman, Alex Brown. Batting fourth is the shortstop, TJ Hardcastle. Batting fifth is the right fielder, Easton Biggs. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Maddox Holland. Batting seventh is the center fielder, Joe Taylor. Batting eighth is the left fielder, Wyatt Rambo. And rounding out the order today is the second baseman, Jackson Hamill. A late scratch today. The everyday shortstop for White House tweaks something in the infield-outfield warm-ups. He leaves the game. Everybody bumps up one spot in the order, and Hamill gets in that 9-hole.
Yeah, he jumped up in at second base trying to field a ball and kind of came down awkwardly on second base. So without one of their better hitters who was slotted in the 2 spot in the lineup, obviously the shortstop in the infield as well, and a White House team that they're going to need their best stuff against Chris Worsing on the mound today, obviously down one of their better hitters.
Chris Worsing's been really good so far this season. He's coming off his best outing of the season. This is start number 5, appearance number 6 with a 3.17 ERA. He's 2-2 on the campaign, has one complete game. It came in that last game against Smith County. He's got 19 strikeouts, 10 walks, 8 earned runs, 15 runs. His defense has let him down behind him. He'll be looking for more of what we saw in Carthage his last time out.
He was tremendous. 5 innings, just 2 hits. The 1 run was the home run from Bennett Gammon, and he actually had both the hits. 2 walks and 7 Ks in those 5 innings.
And the first pitch of the ball game is into Barrett Brown, a strike with a fastball from Chris Worsing. He'll be up into the mid-80s with that fastball. Works the breaking stuff off of it, and the swing and a miss, or foul tip rather, same result. It's quickly 0-2 here. No Justin Fallon. We saw him tweak the hammy again at that win over York Institute. He's out today, so it's a new look outfield for the Bees. Is the 0-2 from Worsing, and that is a quick 3-pitch Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout for the sophomore on the mound. But I mentioned that new look outfield. It still gives you a little more promise for the Bees than early in the season when Fallon was out, because Evan Huddleston's back in. He moves into center field. Carson Holroyd, a stalwart in right field, and the first start for the freshman, Rylan Case, in left. They're expecting big things out of Rylan Case moving forward, but now he's going to have an opportunity to do it here today. After the punch-out, climbing in here is Jake Soporowski, and I'm going to mispronounce his last name all day. Shoot fields an awkward hop, loads up, throws to first in time, and it's quickly 2 up, 2 down for the Bees defense.
And this is a great start for Worsing, who had a little bit of a slow start against Smith County, had to strand a couple of runners in that first inning against the Owls back last week, and obviously settled in really nicely for the remaining innings in that ball game. He was also able to pitch to a little bit of contact in that game. Obviously, we already saw the early strikeout in this one, and Chris Worsing has really solidified himself as that number 3 starter in the lineup for the Bees.
Alex Brown climbs in, and now we see the slider for the first time. It's fouled back, and in the infield today for the Bees, as always, catching the balls and strikes is rookie Allison. Alec Wilson's at first, Carson Shoup at third, Braden Green's at second, and Juju Yano gets the start at short. And I mentioned the record's deceiving for this White House team is the 0-1 coming from Worsing. This one fouled up and out of play again, and 0-2 for White House. They've been in every game, close losses in every one of their losses, and they swept Station Camp, a team that has state championship aspirations. This is a team that is certainly a threat here on the road as the Bees look to extend their winning streak to 6 consecutive games. Worsing with the 0-2 to Brown. Slider close, but maybe a little bit up, and it's 1-2.
And what's really nice for Chris Worsing right now, he's going 85 on the fastball and then drops it down to 70 on the breaking ball, really changing the velocity with the breaking pitch.
The 1-2 pitch coming here from Worsing. Slider again. This one sent way up into the air, into the setting sun. Juju Yano has a beat on it, and he makes the catch. And that is a strong first inning on the mound for Chris Worsing and the Bees defense. They'll look to strike first when we return. Today's game is presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. You're watching it on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics on UCR.
Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer with a huge selection of outdoor power equipment including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
Welcome back. 1-2-3 top half for the Bees. They're looking to strike first here against another right-handed pitcher. Evan Murrell on the mound today for White House, and a new look Upperman lineup with no Justin Fallon today. They will bat 1 through 9 like this. Leading things off is Braden Green, the second baseman. Juju Yano slides up and will bat second. He's the shortstop. Chris Worsing bats third. He's the pitcher. The cleanup hitter is the third baseman, Carson Shoup. Alec Wilson's the first baseman today. He bats fifth. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Carson Holroyd. Batting seventh is the catcher, rookie Allison. Batting eighth is the left fielder, Rylan Kaysen. Rounding out the order, the secondary leadoff man for the Bees, the center fielder, is Evan Huddleston. Murrow's been tagged up and a half in his last few outings. Upperman hopes that continues today.
Yeah, a 1-3 record to start this season. That one win came early on this season. Last three outings have not been great. 13 2/3 innings this year, 27 hits, 26 runs, but only 13 of those have been earned. There's been a lot of errors in the field when he's been on the mound. Not a big strikeout guy at all. 6 walks, 6 strikeouts in those 13 2/3.
On paper, certainly the kind of pitcher that Upperman likes to see. They have been hitting the covering off the baseball, with the exception of the first 4 innings on Tuesday night in Jamestown, where they were no hit and then exploded for 7 unanswered runs in that 7-2 victory. And leading things off is Braden Green. He's batting .453 on the campaign, and he has been unbelievable here the past 3 weeks of this season. Since moving up into the leadoff spot, he has been the most consistent hitter in the entire Upper Cumberland, as the first pitch is a fastball that misses out.
Yeah, not only that, he's got the power in there as well. A couple of bombs. He's driving in runs. He had the first hit of the game against York Institute the other night to really spark the run put on by the Bees.
And he'll flick this one into foul territory. It's 1-1.
And Murrell on the mound, he's only at 68 miles an hour, so a lot slower than what this Bees team is normally used to facing on the mound.
See how long it takes him to adjust to that. He's working quickly, though. That's quite okay with the commentators. There's a good breaking ball. Catches the zone 1-2.
And so the Bees are obviously going to have to adjust, probably going to have to move up in the box a little bit. You see Green, he's all the way up in the box right now.
Murrell with a long look in. Now here comes the 1-2 to Braden Green. This one ripped over and awkwardly fielded, and it'll be a 3 unassisted. Nice job sticking with it by Soporowski for out number 1.
And that's where Braden Green's been going. The right side of the infield, that time just right at the first baseman in Soporowski, and a good job to stay in front of it and get the out, because it's not an easy out when Braden Green is at the plate.
Now Juju Yano bounces up. He's been swinging a really good bat from about the 5 spot. He's at .362 on the campaign. Certainly one of the more consistent bats over the last 4 seasons for this Bees team. And for Upperman, their lineup, we've been talking about how there was really no holes. There's an unknown now in the lineup, but they do certainly miss the power element that Justin Fallon brings. He's officially day-to-day. The Bees have this one. They got a series with DeKalb County. They're pretty big favorites in every series right now in 7 AAA. We'll see how long it takes number 11 to get back in, as Yano comes up empty on that one, or foul tips it. It's 1-1.
Yeah, and Yano, he's up there atop the team right now and runs driven in. So obviously a pretty good spot here in this 2 spot. Fallon obviously had the power to do the same thing and trying to get some run-producing bats here in this 2nd spot. Yano getting to move up.
Murrow's got the slider that time, works away. 2-1. Yeah, Yano at 11 RBIs. That's second on the team, right behind who's coming up next. Chris Worsing, who has 13 on the season so far. Here comes the 2-1 for Murrell. Yano rolls this one foul. Evens up the count at 2.
It's warm out today.
It is very warm. It is the warmest day of the year so far. 83 degrees and sunny.
My phone said it feels like temperature of 92 a little bit earlier.
This press box does not have AC. There's a nice fan in here right now as that one's inside. Cold strike three. As they say, it catches the very tip of the inside corner, and it's 2 up, 2 down. Chris Worsing tried to help his own cause as he climbs in.
Well, we've seen it. The zone is going to be pretty generous today, so the batter's got to be ready and get up there and swinging.
Yeah, I suspect you're probably generous at times, maybe not generous at other times.
Might be moving around.
Maybe a little inconsistent at times. We'll see. As Chris Worsing climbs in, he does lead the team with 13 RBIs. He's batting .345, and it's pretty much all singles. And by pretty much, I mean everything except one double on the season has been a single for Worsing.
Yeah, the double in the Smith County game. He hit pretty well in that one. First extra base hit of the season.
0-1 breaking ball. That one dips away. A lot of movement on the pitches for Merrill. It's just not very hard, but it's zigging around on its way to the plate. Good crowd on hand. Good contingent from White House has made it. As this one's flicked up into the very expansive foul territory. No chance. A good effort by the first baseman, but he cannot get there. It'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes to Worsing, and a good start here from Merrill. I mentioned it's been a rough go the last couple of outings for him, but he's worked clean so far, and he's trying to get out of this inning.
Yeah, I mean, he's given up about an average of 2 hits an inning almost. At 13 2/3, he's got 27 hits allowed. So usually teams are hitting him up pretty well, giving up a lot of runs as well, about 2 runs an inning.
We're live on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel today. Welcome you in. Here comes the 1-2 pitch home. Slider. It's a good take by Worsing to even up the count at 2.
Yeah, good job. It dips a little bit low in the zone that time. And like you said, trying to get a pitch that he can handle here with 2 outs and trying to become a base runner here in the first for the Bees.
2-2 coming home. Worsing rolls this one, and it will get through. Guess what? Chris Worsing hits a single. It's the first base hit of the ball game for either team, and it sets the table for the cleanup batter, Carson Shoup.
Perfectly placed hit there for Chris Worsing, right between that 5-6, between the shortstop and the third baseman, and able to get it through. He'll get a courtesy runner on as well. And Carson Shoup will be coming to the plate with a runner on.
See who the runner is today. Cody Lowe going to go out and run here for Worsing. Good. Randy's watching from Gentry, cheering on the Bees. Appreciate that. Keep the comments rolling in on YouTube. The Bee fans, they like YouTube more than Facebook. They found it.
A little bit easier to throw it up on the TV.
Yeah, exactly. Carson Shoup will climb in here. He's batting .298 on the campaign. So trying to get above 300 today. He's got 10 RBIs. He's still looking for his first long ball of the year.
The wind's blowing out today, blowing out to right field, though.
That is a gigantic lead as Lowe now backing up. I mean, I don't even know he realized how far off the bag he was. Miro delivers. That pitch misses outside, ball 1. And we'll see. Cody Lowe is quick as a cat out there. Barrett Brown behind the plate. Will they test him here and try and really put some pressure on as the Bees look to give a run to Chris Worsing? Breaking ball. This one's rolled over. Tough play at third. Eats him up in the hot corner. Loads up. There will be a throw to first. Everybody's safe. And it's going to be an E5 on the board. And for Miro, that's more of the same. Unfortunately for him, everybody's safe. And Alec Wilson, the senior Carson Newman signee, who has just been sensational on the mound this year. He was dominant again on Tuesday at York Institute. He's looking for RBI number 9 and 10 on the campaign with a hard hit ball here.
Yeah, and for Miro, this is just kind of what's been happening to him. He gave up 7 runs in his last outing, but only 1 of those was earned. 5 errors in that ball game allowed some of those runs to come across. So Bees would love to take advantage.
First pitch ripped over, and the easy throw from the shortstop to second to retire the side. Hard hit ball, but right at short. And the Bees will strand a runner on in scoring position. We'll head to the second. More Chris Worsing when we come back. This is Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
We head into the second inning in a scoreless ball game. Chris Worsing worked very clean in the first. He'll look to do the same here against 4, 5, 6 in the Blue Devil lineup. I'm Noah. That's Jacob. Happy to be along with you here on a beautiful yet toasty Friday night in Baxter.
Abnormal, to say the least. That was out in the backyard clearing away some stuff.
As usual.
As usual. About 9 in the morning, and I was drenched. Just absolutely drenched in sweat. I mean, I'll take it. I'd rather be this way than you were sleeping.
Correct. Yeah. Not this morning. It was great. TJ Hardcastle swings at the first pitch he sees and rips it into center for a leadoff single for White House. And they'll put a little bit of pressure on for Easton Biggs.
I was on the radio this morning on Good Morning Cookeville with Jason and Sheila, talking some Upper Cumberland sports.
Appreciate that. Thank you. It's a great show. For those of you early risers, I have to catch it sometimes when I'm just still awake. I think that's the check over from Worsing, and now he'll fire in a fastball that was right down the middle and called a ball. I mean, right down the middle.
Turning to show bunts as well, so Carson Choop moving in from that third base spot. See if they can make a play at first or second.
Yeah, what does Biggs decide to do here? He will show bunt again. That one's a called strike. Allison, as he's so known to do, throws behind the runners back in time.
And we haven't seen too many back picks this year, so maybe we'll start to see a little bit more of those.
In this winning streak, you haven't seen a lot of base runners, especially when Alec Wilson and Juju Yano have been on the mound for the Bees.
There have not been many of those at all.
Good pitch. Fastball on the outside corner, and it's 1-2. I'm going to check on the velo. That one says 146 miles an hour, so he really fired it in there on that one.
Right around 85.
And he's ticked that up a couple of notches as he's moved through this season and even off of last year, as you would expect. Worsing with a 1-2 home. Slider, this one, and that is a great battle swing by Biggs to stay alive, and we'll do it again.
Yeah, I just didn't quite time it up well, but kind of swung over the top of it with it breaking off. And really good pitch by Worsing. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes trying to go back to it again.
Yeah, that looked like it was about to be the second Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout for Worsing. He'll bring it in. Now they show bunt again, and that is an out. Fouled right back for Worsing. Thank you very much. That's going to be the second Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout for Chris Worsing. Thank you very much.
Bunted it foul with 2 strikes. I guess it was a good thing he went with the fastball instead of the breaking ball. He might have gotten that bunt down with the breaking ball.
Maddox Holland will climb in the DH. That's why you typically don't see the bunt with 2 strikes.
No.
Now Upperman trying to turn 2 and retire to the side as this one's fouled back. And outside of that barrel from Hardcastle to lead off the inning, White House has struggled with timing up Worsing so far.
Well, and the big difference in that one, that was the first pitch of the AB. We haven't seen a lot of these swings other than that one right there. That was fouled off. A lot of these guys are getting deep into the counts, and Worsing has been able to make him pay.
He'll glance back towards the runner Hardcastle, and he does take off. Pitches in, and a great throw from rookie Allison, and you can take a seat. Rookie Allison throws one on a rope, and Yano slaps the tag down for the second out.
I mean, that was a dime from rookie Allison at second base. Tremendous throw from rookie, and we saw a good throw from him in the York game that was just a little bit high that time, right on the money.
And that was a good pitch to have. It almost worked like a pitch out as it missed outside, and he fired down. Now the 1-1. This one rolled over towards Yano. He loads up. Throw to first is low, but picked out of the ground by Alec Wilson to retire this side. Chris Worsing works around a leadoff single to put another goose egg on the board for White House. See if the Bees can break the tie when we come back. This is Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UC Media Network.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. with new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Six, 7, 8 due up for the Bees as we are tied up at 0, bottom of 2 here in Baxter. Carson Holroyd, Rookie Allison, and Rylan Case will be up here as Upperman looks to strike against Muro on the mound. Probably the slowest pitcher Upperman has faced so far this season in velocity. Maybe there's an exception somewhere in there, at least in one of those weird games.
Smith County had a reliever come in that was probably around 70 miles an hour, similar to this one as well.
So we'll see if they're able to time it up. Maybe second time through the line. They'd love to do it here, but a lot of times you have to see it.
Smith County was also a very warm game. Not quite as warm as this one.
No, this one is.
Shout out Mr. Gammon for the massive Coca-Cola umbrella.
The assist of the year so far as the first pitch misses up to Holroyd. It was looking to get it back rolling here. Average down just a little bit to 289. It's been the strikeouts that have gotten Holroyd. See if he can battle in here with Muro. That pitch. Wow. That is a terrible call. The catcher had to stretch out to his right into the other box to get it. It was called a strike. The 1-1 slider, and just like that, it's 1-2. That is a count changer right there.
Yeah, when you got to reach across your body,
Goodness.
it's probably not a strike.
Here comes the 1-2 to Holroyd. He ropes this one. It tips off the glove of Muro. Could be a tough play. Second baseman, bare hand, throws to first, and a great job to stick with it to make the play. Coming up from second, Jackson Hamill didn't know he was playing 30 minutes ago, and he makes that play there.
That's a really good play, especially after hitting the glove of Muro on the mound. Just that slow roller to the second base, and you said it, Hamill able to come up all in one motion, bare hand throw to first. And again, Holroyd is not a slow guy. He's got some speed out there, and a nice play to get him.
Comes rookie Allison. Another player's really looking to get the bat working here. He's been close as this one's chopped over. It's a fair ball. That'll work for rookie Allison. He rounds one and will take off as it's bobbled in left, and he will slide in. He legs it out and give him a double, a single. A single and an error for rookie Allison. And the Bees have a runner in scoring position, and here comes Rylan Case, and this has bunt written all over it.
And I think he got kind of lucky there because it did get bobbled out there for just a second. And Rookie wasn't hesitating. He was pretty much going the whole way through. So a nice job by Rookie to try to stretch it out to get to second base.
Rylan Case will climb in. He's batting 1,000 on the season. He has one hit and one AB. We'll see what he does here. He's got tons of speed, that freshman. Muro wants a fresh sign.
Rookie's got a big old lead there at second.
And he does not get a runner, so it's going to be rookie Allison. And he took a little look, just turning around, and as soon as he saw it bobbled at all, he was gone towards second. Slid in there safely on the E7. And Case does show bunt. It's a great bunt down the third base line. Everybody's safe. A tremendous bunt by the freshman Rylan Case, and the Bees have runners at the corners. And here comes ain't your average 9-hole hitter, Evan Huddleston.
I mean, that's absolutely perfect from the freshman. The third baseman's got to stay up there at third base to try to cover the bag, and it's almost all the way, kind of right between the line of third base and home plate. Tremendous bunt from Case, and now you've got runners on the corners for Huddleston.
Game number 6 of the season for Evan Huddleston. He's batting a smooth .385 with 3 RBIs. He's got runners at the corners here. And we'll see how aggressive Case is with that speed over there at first. Will he take off and try and really apply the pressure? Infield in at the corners here for the Blue Devils. Huddleston going to swing away, and that's going to be an RBI for Evan Huddleston as he puts it into left, and the Bees have taken a 1-0 lead.
Well, you said it, not your average 9-hole hitter, and that's exactly why. Evan Huddleston able to put it in the outfield, just a simple swing, able to get it out there right between shortstop and third base again, and now you've got some real speed on the base path for Braden Green.
Huddleston in case out there, and here comes Braden Green. He grounded out to first in the first inning, gets attempt number 2 here with 1 out in the second, and the Bees are looking for what they've gotten a lot of in the past 5 games. Crooked numbers on the scoreboard as Green will climb in.
Obviously a faster start today than it was Tuesday at York Institute as well, so a welcome sight for the Bees.
Now Green shows Bunny, pops it up on top of us and behind us here in the press box. That's interesting. You mentioned the speed. For Huddleston in case, it's got to be a good bunt. You do not want to just give up the out here with a powerful hitter in the batter's box.
Yeah, that pitch a little high and inside as well. Again, you're trying to put this one down that third base line with a runner on second base.
I'm surprised that he tried to bunt here with how well he's been swinging the bat. We'll see if that happens here at the 0-1. Could have been the ambush bunt. Nope. He shows bunt again, and that's a strike. It's 0-2. It's going to be a long day when it comes to the balls and strikes.
Be ready to swing.
Exactly right. Here comes the 0-2. I mean, that was pretty much the same spade. That time the catcher just had to slide, and it's 1-2. Runners at first and second here. Green trying to extend the rally here with 1 out. And he swings and misses on that one. And it will be a big punch out for Evan Murrell on the mound. Juju Yano will climb in. He struck out looking in his first appearance.
That was a good job by Murrell. He's trying to go on the outside part of the plate there, and a really good job working that outside part of the plate. And especially with Braden Green liking to go to right with his swings, forcing him to go outside and not able to get to it.
Runners at first and second for the Bees. They have 1, but 1 would feel lackluster if they leave this frame with just that. Murrell delivers a high pitch. 1-0.
We haven't seen one of those big extra base hits with runners on for the Bees in a while.
You know who usually hits those?
This guy right here.
Juju Yano. Here comes the 1-0 from Murrell to Yano. And he'll roll this one over towards third. It's grabbed in the hot corner, and he'll step on the bag to retire this side. The Bees get 1, but they leave some meat on the bone. We'll head to the third. Chris Worsing back to work when we come back. This is Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. We head to the top of the third. Chris Worsing's been really good. Just 17 pitches so far for the sophomore. He's going to face 7, 8, 9 in the White House order. The Bees had runners at first and second with 1 out, or runners at the corners rather with 1 out. They leave with just 1 run, but they do lead 1-0.
Yeah, I think the good thing was they finally started to hit Murrell a little bit there in that second quarter. Now you're going to get that second time through the lineup coming up here in this third inning as well, at least the majority of the way through the lineup. So they're starting to time him up a little bit better. Everybody's seen him at least once, and now you've got at least a run for Chris Worsing, who he was really good in his last outing. He's been really good early on here.
Joe Taylor climbs in here for the first time as Worsing Worsing delivers a fastball. This one sent up in the air. Well struck. Holroyd ranging back and makes the catch. Well done by Carson Holroyd in right for out number 1.
Now, good job. First step back, able to turn on the Jets just enough and make a nice catch out there in right center.
And it does feel different with no foul. And obviously they miss his bat. They miss his presence in center field. He's in the dugout for the leadership. But it feels like this outfield for Upperman is manageable with these pieces that they have out there.
Well, a big reason why. 2 basketball players. Evan Huddleston in center, Rylan Case in left. And obviously Case just the freshman. Big swing and a miss there. But they're very high on him. Big athlete, and expect some big things out of him these next few years.
Rambo comes up empty on the first one. Here comes the 0-1. What a name, Wyatt Rambo, as that one's 1-1. Yeah, and you think about Rylan Case and here. How many good freshmen that basketball team had that didn't play? Who will next year? Here comes the 1-1. This one ripped over. Braden Green fields it cleanly. That is a tough play for Green. Took an awkward hop off the mound, and he makes the throw for out number 2.
Yeah, sharply hit to second base, but he's able to get in front of it, make a nice glove, and a good play. And again, already 2 quick outs on just 4 pitches for Chris Worsing.
Jackson Hamill will climb in here. Yeah, cruising for a bruising right now. 21 pitches through 2 2/3 for Chris Worsing on the mound. And he's had to work hard in most of his games so far with traffic as Hamill rips this one right at Juju Yano. And that is a blisteringly fast 5-pitch inning for Chris Worsing and the Upperman defense. We'll head to the bottom half. This is Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy, UCR Media Network.
Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
3-4-5 due up for the Bees. Worsing, Shoup, and Wilson as they're looking for separation now against Evan Murrell and the White House Blue Devils here in Baxter. Worsing, a 5-pitch top half. He's been really good. The Bees' defense behind him has been really good. That's a welcome sign for Chris Worsing. But now they need some run support.
I mean, we've seen this year in and year out from the Upperman Bees the last few years. It's been the pitching that has gotten them deep into the playoffs, to the state tournament 2 out of these last 3 years, obviously to the state championship game in those 2 years. And it seems like they've got the 1, 2, and 3 are solidified. Rookie Allison was really good his last time out, and they really haven't had to go past that here in these last couple of weeks since the basketball guys have been back.
And we will continue to have the question out there. They have a flamethrower.
Yep.
He just hasn't been able to get on the mound outside of 1 inning in the form of Fallon. So this is a very interesting rotation that's taking shape for Wes Shanks. And then you've got Carson Holroyd in your back pocket as well, who can throw some innings, but especially with the way 1, 2, and now 3 with the way Worsing has come on, who's in the batter's box right now and ahead in the count 1-0. They feel good about the arms that they can throw on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Comes the 1-0, that one. Low and outside. Murrow, I don't think, came out clean that time. It's 2-0.
And what's really big is when you get to a region tournament, maybe you throw them in a first game or something, and then you can save Alec Wilson and Juju Yano for that second game if you need them.
Here comes the 2-0 to Worsing. That one misses up. 3 balls, no strikes. Worsing's at the plate. Carson Shoup waiting on deck, and I imagine the red light's on here for the sophomore.
Oh, Murrell, he's not a big walk guy. Just 6 walks in the 13 2/3 coming into this game.
Yeah, make it 7 as that one misses. It's Nick's Restaurant walk. Nick's Restaurant, our newest all-inclusive sponsor at UCR. And by the way, what time is it? 6 o'clock? This game's going to be over about an hour or so. Your dinner plans are done. You're going to Nick's Restaurant tonight, and you're going to thank me later. You're going to get maybe a nice salad to start. And then you're going to get the prime rib.
Yeah.
And then you're going to round out the meal with what, Petey? Give the check to Matt Wilson. But what are you going to round out the meal with here, Jacob?
Ice cream pie.
Ice cream pie. You got to round out the meal with ice cream pie. We got a trip to the mound here for White House. This is an Upperman lineup they don't want to let get rolling. As Carson Shoup will climb in, and Cody Lowe going to come on and run again for Worthing.
Yeah, and so you bring on a little bit more speed. And now Carson Shoup coming to the plate with nobody out here in the inning. And again, for the Bees, they're trying to keep it rolling from that last inning. Had a lot of base runners, but only the one run across, trying to keep that momentum going here in the third.
Shoup reached on an error. He hit it hard over to the third and then was able to lug it out. 34 pitches here for Evan Murrell. So that's not a humongous problem right now. But the runner at first is an issue for him. Lowe takes a small lead. First pitch breaking ball, misses inside, ball one.
And again, he hadn't gone terribly deep in most of his outings. 4 1/3, one of his deeper outings. He lasted 1 inning in one of his outings, 5 innings in another.
Yeah, pretty common theme if you look at White House's schedule so far and stat lines. As Shoup sends this one a mile up into the air. It's hanging up there, giving chase in left. It popped off of his glove, and it will drop for a foul ball. Would have been an error in the field of play. Instead, it's just a strike. But as I was saying, for White House, they pay attention, I think, right on those pitch count numbers. About 72 pitches, 73 pitches, they'll come and get them. You see 2 to 3 pitchers in pretty much every game not doing what Upperman has done, which is throw your starter for 90 and you're safe and on to the next game.
Yeah, and he's at 36 right now, so you take that number, maybe 2, possibly 3 more innings, depending on how it goes in these innings for the Bees at the plate.
It's a 1-1 count here for Shoup. Murrell delivers, and this one ripped again foul. He's just trying to straighten it out a little bit. 1 ball, 2 strikes, runner at first.
And again, that's been the tough part about Murrell on the mound. He's right around upper 60s. He's been at 70, 72 on the fastball. And so these guys have been having to time him up a little bit.
You got to take that extra beat. Still try to get the barrel through. Low bouncing around over there at first. That one bounces in a very nice block behind the dish by Barrett Brown to hold Low. And it's 2-2.
We don't have a whole lot to cheer for in Major League Baseball to start this year.
Did baseball start? Look at Jimmy laughing 7 games into the season, just like a Mets fan would. He's got to enjoy his time now because he can't enjoy it later.
The Reds making history. 3 straight 1-0 losses.
As Shoup will flick this one, second baseman ranges back and makes the catch for out number 1. Well, you know, see, I was about to go in on the Braves, and then Jimmy did his little dance, so now I just got to remind Spencer Strider's coming back. Sean Murphy's coming back. Oh, and Ronald Acuna Jr. is coming back.
Who's that?
Is that correct? Yeah, he's just some scrub. All 3 would be the Mets' best player tomorrow, just for the record. As Alec Wilson climbs into the batter's box.
I don't know. There's one pretty good player on their team.
Not worry about him. I'll take Strider and Acuna over Soto. We'll go okay with that. Little hit and run here. This one sent way up into the air. Lowe has to retreat. Center fielder is under it and makes the catch as Joe Taylor forces Lowe to retreat back to first.
I think the Reds are at 28 straight innings. They haven't scored a run now, so that's really fun.
The Braves will be fine once they fire Brian Snitker into the sun. Carson Holroyd will climb in here, grounded out in his first appearance.
Half of the roster is sick as well for the game in Milwaukee tonight, so that'll be great.
You're the only person who cares about the Reds, by the way.
It's fine.
There's a throw behind Lowe who dives back in time.
I don't know why I do. I really don't know why I do, but we're here and for some reason keep supporting them.
41 pitches here after this one for Murrell. As Holroyd swings and foul tips it into the mitt, 0-1. So the Bees trying not to let that leadoff walk go to waste. Lowe is taking a big lead. He's really bouncing around over there right now. Murrell delivers. Holroyd fouls this one back into the mask of the catcher. And it's 0-2.
Bees are a really fun week next week. DeKalb County, hopefully Monday and Tuesday. And then obviously some rain in the forecast. But then they get Watertown Thursday, Smith County Saturday, both of them here in Baxter.
Yeah, that Watertown game is going to be sensational. Comes the 0-2 to Holroyd. He'll send this one near center and will drop a few feet in front of the center fielder, Joe Taylor. That's a nice piece of hitting by Carson Holroyd. to put runners at first and second for rookie Allison.
Yeah, really good job by Holroyd. Like you said, been struggling a little bit coming into this one with the strikeouts. Gets behind 0-2 and then he got something over the plate and does something with it. Puts it out into center field. Probably a good decision there by the center fielder for White House as well, because it dropped right in front of him. He may have had a chance, but if it gets past him, it's probably a run.
Rookie Allison, he singled and scored the game's lone run back in the second. Another base hit here would score Cody Lowe. First pitch swinging for Allison as he sends the slider back on top of the field house. Evan Murrell trying to get out of another jam. The Bees have had traffic on the base paths in all 3 innings so far, just have 1 run to show for it. Murrell slides and delivers, and again fouled out of play. He's back ahead 0-2 for the second straight batter. Oh and 2 coming to rookie Allison. That one misses inside for a ball, 1-2. Trying to change up the tempo a little bit here. Couple of glances back now. Murrell with the 1-2. A slider, this one flicked up into the air. Center and left fielder let it drop right between them, and it's 2-0 for the Bees. Allison advances over to second on the throw. Good luck scoring that one, Petey. It's going to be a hit for rookie Allison, an RBI single. He advances on the throw, and that's pure miscommunication capitalized on by the Bees.
Yeah, and both of them going forward, and obviously it looked like the center fielder kind of had a good beat on it, especially being with the right-handed glove. Seemed like it was going to be a pretty easy catch for him. Could have been an easy catch for the left fielder as well, but neither of them took charge, and Bees take advantage. But again, for Murrell, it's another one of those unearned run. That run not unearned, but the runner on second base unearned.
Jackson West, well,
I guess not technically.
it's ruled
unearned.
a single.
Yeah,
It could be. But again, another defensive mistake
Right.
behind him, and that should have been fielded. As Case will climb in, he had a great bunt back in the second.
Probably
really
not
try it
gonna do
again.
that here,
We'll
but
see.
maybe.
It was a great bunt. He could do that again. He should do it again. Runners at second and third. And that one misses away for a ball. 1-0. And if you look at the center fielder,
He's way over.
if Rylan Case puts this,
Look how shallow right
if
field
Rylan
is.
Case puts this into the outfield, he's going to score an inside the park home run. Here comes the 1-0. I mean, if he flicks this ball into right field and lets it roll, he is going to score a home run. The right fielder is closer to second base than where your typical right fielder would be standing. Yeah. It could work, but if it doesn't, it could be some fireworks here. With 2 outs, here comes the 1-1 to Case. And he'll barrel this one up into center, but he is under it and makes the catch. So he was aligned to the left, and it went right to him, and it ends up being a smart move for White House. The Bees add 1 more. We'll head to the middle innings in a 2-0 ball game. This is Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Aminette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
Chris Worsing's thrown 22 pitches through 3 innings. 19 of them have been strikes, and it's the second chance now for White House. 1, 2, 3, due up. Still, certainly, anybody's ball game in a 2-0 game, but the Bees have been solid so far. And this is a big inning here because in the bottom half, Upperman has 9, 1, and 2 due up. a prime chance for them to potentially break it open, and we'll see if White House can do something here, round 2 against Worsing and Company.
He's been really, really good. Obviously, you said it, the 22 pitches, 19 strikes so far through 3 innings, which is, I think, one of the more impressive numbers. He only had 5 pitches in that last inning.
First pitch, called a ball on the fastball to Barrett Brown. He struck out swinging his first appearance. Leadoff hitter in the order. He's the only one who didn't move his spot when they had that late change. This one rolled over. Wilson gives chase, and it was a foul ball. I think it may have hit him in the box. Yeah, I believe it did hit him in the box, so it's going to be 1-1. It rolled a long way.
Yeah, it did.
Must have hit his
right
toe.
Off the toe.
Yeah. It's painful, but it is a break because that was going to be an easy out for the Bees.
He doesn't have a guard on or anything either.
Sorry, Jacob, I just broke your pencil. Here comes the 1-1.
Got another.
This one rolled over, long way for Green to go. Fields it cleanly, throw to first in time by a step. And it's another out recorded by the Upperman defense.
Man, how big has Braden Green been? Not only obviously at the plate, but in the field. He's been really solid these last couple of weeks. And a guy, again, that he was not their solidified second baseman, was not the solidified leadoff batter, but he has been thrown into that. And, man, he's been really good.
Yeah, he certainly has. Now climbing in is Jake Soporowski. He grounded out to Carson Shoup at third base back in the first inning. And that is a disgustingly good slider, and it was called a ball. 1-0.
Huh.
Here comes the 1-0. And that time he puts it right across the plate. Same pitch, different result. Moved it over a little bit, and it's 1-1.
That's pretty.
Soporowski trying to time it up. Worsing knows what he wants. He says no. And now the 1-1. He wants that slider again. This one rolled over towards Yano. Juju fields cleanly. Throw to first in time for another out.
Yeah, I mean, the first 2 that he threw were pretty much picture perfect. Goes to the well again and gets the ground ball out. And nice play by Juju Yano up the middle again.
7 straight Blue Devils retired by the Upperman defense. Alex Brown, the 3-hole hitter, who was the cleanup hitter earlier. He'll climb in here. Again, had that change at the last minute. Starting shortstop. Went down with an injury in the infield-outfield warm-up. Hope he is okay, just precautionary, but it did change up the lineup today for White House. First pitch slider. It's a really good pitch, and Worsing's leaning on it here second time through. He's gone to that Alec Wilson school. We saw all fastballs against York, then the second time through it's the curveball. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball, a little excuse me swing, and it's fouled back.
That's because he went to that breaking ball those first 5 times there in the inning, and then you come back with the fastball, and you think it's going to break back down. It doesn't do so, and that's where you get the check swing.
Worsing right back. He says no again. He knows exactly what he wants. I bet it's the slider. Here comes the 0-2. It wasn't. It was a fastball up, and it's 1-2. 87, yeah. It missed, but he reared up on that one. He said he wants to get up into the 90s. He's certainly got the frame to do it. Just got to keep throwing. Here comes the 1-2. Little hezzy this time. Fastball up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good job battling back here for Alex Brown.
Yeah, and again, just that check swing was the foul ball. Otherwise, it may have been a ball that was a little bit high and inside.
The 2-2. Worsing delivers the slider. This one ripped up the middle, and a really nice AB for Brown. And the tying run will come to the plate for White House here with 2 outs in the 4th.
That's a really good swing by Brown with 2 strikes on him. Gets it over the inside part of the plate and able to get the barrel to it. Hit it hard and right over the head of Worsing, right back up the middle, and base runner aboard.
Second base hit of the game for White House, TJ Hardcastle. He had the other one, singled, and then was caught stealing on a rope from rookie Allison. He's trying to get a little 2-out magic working here for the Blue Devils on the road. First pitch fastball, swung on, sent up, angling into the grandstands, and into the press box. First ball of the year that finds its way into the press box.
And didn't catch a window, fortunately.
And Matt Wilson is overjoyed. He's got himself a souvenir to take home with him. How about that? I bet they come and get it from him.
Be really impressive if he could throw it from his seat
if you throw this
through the window.
Yeah,
and
if you
over
throw
the
it back on the field from your seat right now, that would be a feat and a half.
Maybe not right now. But.
Well, yeah, no, do it right now, at this second, right when Worsing's about to pitch. Here comes the 0-1, and we're going to have another one.
chance.
Here we go. It's our turn. We got it. and it's caught. Carter Shanks.
Well, that's not fair.
That's not fair at all. State champion Carter Shanks and Caden Shanks, both in the building today. Some B-baseball royalty in attendance. It's now 0-2 to Hardcastle. This one rolled over. Green is there. He'll flip to short in time to retire the side. And we will head to the bottom half with 9-1-2 due up for the Bees in a 2-0 ball game. This is Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment under Watson Chevy, UCR Media Network.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this beautiful 3-bedroom, 2.5-bathroom home located just south of Cookeville. Boasting 2,700 square feet and a 2-car garage, this home features a very open floor plan with hardwood floors. You'll find great custom touches throughout, including a welcoming covered porch. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191 for more information.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
Welcome back. Huddleston, Green, Yano, due up for the Bees. If you're an Upperman fan, you like that in a 2-0 ball game. Evan Murrell still out there at 50 pitches. And that danger red light on here for White House. They need a really clean half inning of baseball.
I tell you what, though, for Murrell, who has really struggled in giving up runs in his outings this season, this has been his best outing so far. Just the 2 runs allowed. Obviously, he has given up 6 hits through 3 innings so far, so that is still on pace with what he's given up this season, but pretty good job so far with the runs.
Somebody tell me where that one missed. 1-0 to Evan Huddleston. Here comes the 1-0 again, and Huddleston rips this. It's another base hit for Evan Huddleston, and he sets the table for Braden Green, who will stride in. He's 0 for 2 on the day. He's certainly due for a hit.
Yeah, not too many times he's been 0 for 2. I think he started 0 for 2 against York, and then he was able to get the first hit of the ball game in that 5th inning on Tuesday night against the Dragons to really get it going for the Bees. We'll see if he's able to do it again here in the 4th.
Huddleston now 2 for 2, 2 singles and an RBI on the day, and he is way off the bag at first. He may take off quickly here. Green showed bunt a couple of times the last time, and we thought that was a little strange. We'll see if he does it here with nobody out, and he does. Pulls back, throw down from Brown, a good one. The tag is there in time, and the equation changes immediately. That's a great throw from Barrett Brown behind the plate.
That was a great throw, just a little bit up that line towards the first base bag, and Huddleston not able to get there in time, and Green not able to get the bunt down either.
A big first out of the inning. It's an 0-1 count now to Green, who certainly will be swinging away. And he takes a big hack at that one, comes up empty, and that should be a confidence builder for Evan Murrell on the mound as well. His defense backs him up, and it's 0-2. He's throwing quickly now. The 0-2 swung on and missed, strike 3, and you can tell he's pitching with some confidence now. And Juju Yano will try and change that as he strides in.
Yeah, it's always going to give you a boost when they're able to make a nice play behind you and get a little bit of help from your defense, a little bit of help from your catcher, and a quick 2 outs for him.
Yano 0 for 2. The strikeout so far. Murrell, this is just 6th pitch of the inning. This one's going to be rolled over towards third. Fielded cleanly. Load up. Throw to first in time. And they get that big clean inning they were looking for. We rapidly move into the 5th. Still 2-0 Bees. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment, your hometown steel dealer on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car. Brokering peace in the back seat. Mastering the snack handoff without even looking.
Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do. Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145.
Chris Worsing back to work. He's thrown 36 pitches through 4 innings of shutout baseball. He's going to face off against 5, 6, 7 in the White House order. Credit the White House defense and Evan Murrell on the mound. They have held this Upperman offense in check despite 7 hits. No clutch hits yet, really, for the Bees. And we still got ourselves a game with 3 frames to go.
Yeah, it's a good thing that Chris Worsing has been as good as he has, because just the 2 runs across, not right now for Upperman, haven't really been able to get it going at the plate. And obviously, seems like Murrell has really found his stride there in that last half inning. Goes quickly through, and we'll see if Worsing's able to keep it going again. Just 36 pitches through 4 innings of work so far.
Easton Biggs, who struck out swinging his first appearance, climbs in here for attempt number 2. And Worsing fires a fastball right there for strike 1, 0-1.
And wait a second.
Yeah, we all waited and said, surely that one was a strike. Here comes the 0-1. That one misses up. 1-1, 83 on that one from Worsing. Saw him touch 87 earlier. And drops that curveball or breaking ball down to the low 70s. There it is. This one rolled over towards Wilson. It hops right into his glove, and he'll jog down for the 3 unassisted.
It's just been that kind of day for Chris Worsing.
How mad does that play make you as an Alec Wilson hater that he made that grab?
Yeah, the ball just spun right
Is
into his
that it?
glove. Yeah, it's.
By the way, please don't email us. That's an inside joke. Jacob is not an Alec Wilson hater. It's an inside joke with Alec Wilson and his dad, Matt Wilson. So save your emails. Don't blow up his phone talking about how any of that. All right? We can have some fun. It's baseball season. Here comes the 1-0. Is this one? I would have caught it. 1-1. Maddox Holland at the plate. He grounded out to Juju Yano back in the second.
I don't know if your wingspan is that big.
Dude, it's – look at this.
There's a wall there.
Yeah, I can bang right through it if I needed to. Here comes the 1-1 to Holland from Worsing. Goodness gracious, that's a great pitch. 1-2.
That's tremendous.
Starts in the other box and then dives across into the zone on its way past the plate. Nothing that you can do if you're Holland on that one. Here comes the 1-2, a fastball. Rolled over, more work for Wilson. This time a great adjustment, and he's going to race over and collides with his pitcher. The ball pops out. He's safe. And that's just a mistake as Worsing was kind of caught in between there. Wilson went to flip and then was just going to race over, and then there's a collision. He appears to be okay. It's a break for White House because Wilson was definitely going to win that race to the bag. I think he did. The ball just popped out in the collision between the 2 Bs. And that sends a tying run to the plate.
Yeah, another, give him a little bit of time, make sure he's good. It looks like he's just kind of walking around and kind of shaking off the cobwebs. And hopefully Chris Worsing all right as well on the collision. That was a big collision over there. And
how do you score that one, Petey? Petey, how do we score that one? In the Jeff Petey Goolsby press box. All right, it's going to be an error. I think that's right. That's a weird one. Now first pitch swinging here. This one chopped over towards Shoop. Tough play. Fields cleanly. Throw to first is low. And that time Wilson couldn't pick it. It's runners at the corners. Back-to-back errors for the Bees. And you have a little PTSD if you're an Upperman fan. Because now there's runners at the corners with only one out. The inning should be over, and instead Wyatt Rambo has a chance to tie the game or take the lead.
That was a really good pick by Shoop over there at third base as well, just unable to handle it over there at first. And now, like you said, a really good opportunity here for White House, who really haven't been able to get anything going against Worthing on the mound now these last couple of plays, last couple of errors, and they've got a chance to cut the lead in half.
And that's one. Wilson does everything he can at first. He has no chance on that one, though, as it bounces up. Now bunt is shown, and this gets away from rookie Allison. Bad baseball by the Bees in the past couple of at-bats, and it's 2-1.
It went from really solid cruising along to just completely falling apart here in this fifth inning so far, and still just the one out and a runner in scoring position.
And now it's going to be runners at second. The game-tying run in scoring position, as you said. Wyatt Rambo, 0 for 1 with a ground out. He's ahead 1-0. Worthing trying to battle back in here. Inning should be over as that one's across for a strike, 1-1.
Yeah, should have had that second out at first base, and then it was a pretty nice play by Shoop as well to what would have been that third out.
1-1. This one is barreled up into the air. Carson Holroyd has a beat on it. And he's going to throw down. That is a great play by Carson Holroyd to read it the whole way and then throw the laser in and hold the runner at second.
That's a really good play. A gun as well from Carson Holroyd out there in right. And the runner on second, pretty much staying there the whole time, just gave the little deke and trying to get the throw in just to see if it would go offline. It did not go offline.
Jackson Hamill, the 9-hole hitter, lined out right to Juju Yano back in the second. He climbs in here in a big spot. Runner at second. Top of the order behind him. He shows bunt, and this one bounces up into rookie Allison, who needs to take his time. We're all good here. That doesn't feel good. Bunting with the two outs, trying to catch the Bees off guard. And again, Hamill wasn't even supposed to be playing in this game.
Again, like you said, trying to ambush it with the runner on second. I believe Shoop's probably staying there at third, so he's trying to put it down that third base line. And
the Bees are just trying to get out of this inning. I mean, they were cruising. They felt fine, and then a couple of three really bad plays strung and one on top of the other. They got the out, though. Here's the 0-1. Good pitch in there, 0-2. Hamill looking for a big hit here, trying to find a way on base. Here comes the 0-2. Slider. 1-2. It dipped right across.
I mean, rookie didn't move.
It couldn't have been a better pitch from Chris Worthing. That is a huge break for White House. Here comes the 1-2. And Worthing says forget it. Just fires the fastball in for the Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout. That is a big out for the Bees defense as they limit the damage to 1 on a couple of errors. We'll head to the bottom half of the fifth in a 2-1 ball game. This is Upperman Baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. Cue up Rocky Top and Baxter. Don't go anywhere.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
America's national anthem blaring out here in Baxter. It's Rocky Top time in between the top and bottom halves of the fifth inning. Carter Shanks, you can come and do this if you want. You're good, man. You're better than me. I'll take some time off. He's in the press box, as I mentioned. Chris Worthing climbing in here. Big moment for the Bees. Offense been held in check relatively, despite 7 hits, just 2 runs across. It's 3-4-5 due up, and Miro back on the mound here. And his 57th pitch is fouled up and out of play. Got it. Carter Shanks, back in that state tournament against Munford, hit a tank over the left field fence. I mean, a absolute bomb in that game. 0-1. Speaking of, Worsing turns on this one, and it is foul. I talked about the DeKalb County Evan Huddleston home run. That one's the only one that rivals it. Eli Huddleston home run. Okay, thank you very much, press box boys, saving me there. Eli Huddleston at DeKalb County hit one. Eli hit one here.
Yeah, I was saying
the one
here that was
the one that Shanks hit against Mumford in the state tournament was a bomb as well. Here comes the 0-2 to Worsing. That one bounces in for a ball. 1-2.
Looked like me when I was 12.
Hitting home runs or bouncing them in?
Home runs.
Oh, is that right? Okay. Just checking. Here comes the 1-2. And now it's even because there's a great breaking ball across the plate. There was one in the top half that wasn't called a strike. That one's not called a strike. It's 2-2. Worsing says thank you. We're all evened up now. Here comes the 2-2. He goes chasing that one. That ball is crushed, but it is foul.
My goodness.
That has home run distance.
He's tired of hitting singles.
But it's in the left field. Whew, that ball was hit hard. Aluminum bats. You get a hold of one, it'll go. Another 2-2. Breaking ball. This one on the ground, and that is a great snag over at third, and the throw to first is in time. Really nicely done by Alex Brown in the hot corner for out number 1.
That was more of a, hey, look what I got type of grab there. It got to him. He stuck the glove out, and he was fortunate that it found the glove, but good throw on to first to get Chris, and especially after that battle as well.
Here comes Carson Shoup. He reached on an error, and he's flown out so far. The Bees looking to get some sort of rally working here in a 2-1 ball game. They left the door open with a bunch of bad baseball in the top half. It's the only way I can describe it. A couple of errors and a wild pitch, and turned a 2-0 game where they felt pretty good into a little bit of a knee knocker.
Yeah, and again, Worsing, he's been throwing it well, just made a not great decision.
0-1. Shoup rips this one, and again Brown flashes the leather, and again throws to first for an out.
That one was pretty good play.
That certainly was. Both these defenses, with the exception of a couple of errors, have been pretty solid today. Here comes Alec Wilson. He's trying to reach for the first time.
And they've just been mainly on the miscommunication. Obviously, in the outfield for White House, that brought home one of the runs for Upperman. Miscommunication over at first base for the Bees brought home a run for White House.
First pitch to Wilson misses low for a ball, 1-0. And credit Evan Muro. I mentioned he's been tagged up in his outings, and he has kept this offense, which has been very explosive, in check. Here comes the 1-0. That one bounces in. 2-0.
It's a big old bounce.
Wilson's at the plate. He finds a way to get on. Carson Holroyd would be up next. Our presenting sponsor is Gentry's Power Equipment. We so appreciate them. Located on Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, as there's a good fastball in there for a strike. Gentry's Power Equipment, your one-stop shop for steel equipment and Exmark mowers, blowers, chainsaws, and more. 3-1. Maybe a little bit up to Alec Wilson. Hitters count now. Here comes the 3-1. And Wilson barrels this one up into center. It is down for a base hit for the Bees with 2 outs. It'll bring up Carson Holroyd.
Yeah, a really good piece of hitting. You said it, 3-1 count. He's looking for one spot. He got that spot inside half of the plate, got the barrel to it, and ropes it into center field. And Carson Holroyd, who roped to hit it his last time up, now going to have a chance with 2 outs.
Yeah, Holroyd went down 0-2 in his last AB and then was able to flick one into center. He'll climb in here in a 1-for-2 day. Wilson over at first. 2 outs. Next pitch, number 70, so we'll see if they hold true to form and come out and get Miro before 75, or if he just goes, considering the situation, you may just let him go. As the first pitch bounces in, and it's 1-0. They got a district series coming up Monday and Tuesday with Portland. Mentioned the Bees have DeKalb County. Again,
Good amount of rain in the
yeah,
forecast
weather.
as well.
We thought we weren't going to be here today,
Yeah.
and then the weather stayed away from Putnam County. Here comes the 1-0. This one rolled over. The field does look very nice, thanks to our friends at Turf Masters Landscape Management. It's because of that grass they use. It grows in real nice. Comes the 1-1 to Holroyd. And he will barrel this one up into center field again. Another base hit for Carson Holroyd, his second of the day. And the Bees looking for a little two-out magic. Here comes rookie Allison with runners at first and second. They haven't had a clutch hit today. Now would be a great time for one.
I mean, that looked like a mirror of his last hit, right back up the middle, kind of tailing away. And now we'll have a visit to the mound with 72 pitches from Murrell. Looks like they may be making a change here in the bottom of the fifth.
We've seen it all year long, right around that 75 pitch mark to keep them available for the district slate. They've come out and got him. We'll see if they're going to come out and get him today or if it's going to be Evan Murrell's ball game with 2 outs. If nothing else, telling him, hey, you got 2 pitches. Trust your defense or you're going to be taking a seat.
Pretty long conversation for now.
They just let him go. It's going to be Evan Murrell. At least now. Rookie Allison, he's having a good day so far. 2 for 2, 2 singles and a run scored.
Find one of those here. You would love that. Try to get an insurance across in the fifth.
Yeah, they want to get that run back that they gave up in the top half and really feel like they gave that run up. Runners at first and second here. First pitch. I couldn't tell you. 1-0. I couldn't tell you.
Maybe low?
The Bees will certainly take that one.
Yeah.
As Allison now slightly ahead. And he will rip this one. And that one is way back and down, well over the head of the center fielder. It's into the fence. 1 run scores. 2 runs score. Allison will pull into second with a 2 RBI double. There's the clutch hit that the Bees are looking for.
And we just said it a little bit ago, a couple of innings ago. The Bees just haven't had one of those big hits with runners on, and that's exactly what they were looking for. Rookie Allison, one of his biggest hits of the season, all the way to the fence. Couple more runs across and a 4-1 lead for the Bees.
7 RBIs on the season now for rookie Allison. And how about a slump-busting day for him? 3 for 3. And here comes Rylan Case with 2 outs, looking to extend the rally and get Evan Huddleston up to the plate, who's 2 for 2.
Yeah, you're going to try to move the runner over, but just 2 outs, so you're probably going to be swinging away. But he does have that good amount of speed. We saw that bunt a couple ABs ago.
And it is Murrell, 74 pitches.
He's taking a long look here to the dugout.
And it's going to be his game. So he will get above 75, and it's going to be his game, at least for now. They're looking for an out. First pitch swinging for Case. Comes up empty on that one, 0-1. 10 hits again. Another double-digit hit day for the Bees here in the bottom of the fifth as they lead 4-1.
And they were finally able to turn it into runs. Hadn't been able to do so until this inning, really.
The 0-1. Case sends this one up into the air. Shortstop finds it against the blue sky and makes the catch. That will retire the side, but not before a big bases-clearing double for rookie Allison pushes the Upperman lead to 4-1. This is Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer with a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. With new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Top 6 in Baxter. 1, 2, 3 due up for the White House Blue Devils. Brown, Soporowski, and Brown due up here I'm Noah, that's Jacob. Happy to be along with you this evening. Chris Worsing has been really good. 50 pitches thrown. 1 unearned run across so far. He's allowed just 2 hits. Really, it's been the defense handling business. Just 3 Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeouts. So the sophomore, Barrett Brown, he was one of those strikeout victims. He's 0 for 2. He'll climb back in here as the leadoff hitter in the order.
And if it weren't for the few miscues, that 1 run doesn't come across there in that last inning. And you're talking about a really good day for Chris Worsing. It still is.
That one's a ripped over foul. Just 51 pitches now through 5 complete.
I mean, he's been efficient, to say the least. 41 of those strikes.
Seems like he's really caught his stride a little bit. And he faced some good lineups early as the 0-1 misses to make it 1-1. But that Smith County outing was certainly a good one against a good Smith County lineup. Turns around and has done this so far today. A 1-1 slider. He misses outside with that one. He's looking to get victory number 3 of the campaign. He's 2-2 entering today. His ERA today was at 3.17, so he's probably going to be sub-3 if this continues. 2-1. There's a good fastball in there, 2-2. Waved at and missed. Brown has to step out and regather a little bit. Here comes the 2-2 home to him from Worsing. The slider, that's filthy. Called strike 3. A Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout for Chris Worsing.
Yeah, when you're throwing a backdoor slider to a lefty, I mean, good luck. You're not going to really do anything with it. That was a perfect pitch from Chris Worsing on a 2-2 count.
That is the 4th Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout. Jake Soporowski will step in here. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs. Both to the left side of the infield. Slider again. Called a strike, 0-1. Here comes the 0-1. This one sent up into foul territory and out of play. Checking in the Facebook comments. Coach Allen is tuning in. Deborah is as well. Young's being a hater in the comments. Here comes the 0-2.
Grandma Marsha.
From Worsing. This one swung on and fouled back. Grandma Marsha indeed. Chuck is watching, as is Cindy and Liz. Jake Soporowski trying to start a rally here. Certainly not over in a 3-run ball game, but they got to put some pressure on here in the 6th with the top order, the big bats up here. 0-2 slider, cold, strike 3. Another Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout. Back-to-back backwards Ks on the breaking ball from Chris Worsing.
It's just so hard to pick up out of the hand, especially when he's bringing you 85 to 87 on the fastball, and then that one dips down in the 70s with obviously a lot of movement. Really tough to pick up, really tough to guess when he's going to bring it as well.
Talk about the strength of this Upperman rotation with Worsing as their number 3. How many programs in the Upper Cumberland is he the unquestioned number 1? As here comes the first pitch. This one swung on, sent up into center. Huddleston tracking it the whole way, barely has to move, and that will retire the side. A big 1-2-3 inning for Chris Worsing, and the Bees defense will head to the bottom half. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team represents a dedicated group of individuals possessing a wealth of expertise in land and farm sales. They possess a range of resources at their disposal, all aimed at showcasing the innate qualities of each property. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
It's time for a call to the bullpen for the White House Blue Devils on the road. Number 24, Coleman Holmes, heads to the mound. Big, tall right-hander. He's going to face off against Huddleston Green and Yano. Welcome to the party, young man. He's tasked with keeping it right where it is. One last chance coming up in the 7th, outside of a 7 spot here for the Bees in this half inning, as Upperman looks to stretch their winning streak to 6 consecutive games.
Been playing some pretty good baseball.
Yep.
Obviously, it's been complimentary as well. The pitching's been really good. The batting has been really good. And that has continued here today. 10 hits, just the 4 runs across, so they're leaving a few runners out there on the base paths.
Mentioned a big district series next week against DeKalb County. Everybody else in 7 AAA keeps splitting with each other. Upperman has swept their 2 series, as the first pitch is across at the knees for strike 1 to Huddleston, who's 2 for 2 with 2 singles and an RBI. Then they'll get Watertown, one of the top-ranked 2A teams in the state, and then Smith County, another one of the top-ranked 2A teams in the state, who will be hungry for a better showing, as Upperman run-ruled them last week in Carthage.
And then they had 2 close losses to Watertown as well.
0-2 quickly here. Holmes working fast as that one called strike 3 in the other batter's box, and Huddleston will head back. Disagree?
No.
Okay, just making sure. Braden Green 0 for 3 today. He's trying to climb in here and get his first base hit. That's the first time we've said that in a long time for number 3.
Well, of course, he's been bunting at the start of these ABs his last few times up.
Holmes is working very fast. It's a total tempo change from Murrell, who did not pitch poorly. Had to work around a lot of trouble. Upperman put base runners on consistently, but he was able to work through it for the most part as Green rolls this one over. Long way to go at second. Fields it on the backhand. Throw to first is in time, and it's quickly 2 up, 2 down in the bottom of the 6th.
That was a good play at second base as well. Had to go to the backhand and a good glove, good throw, and quick couple of outs here in the 6th.
It's really been the lower half of the order today for the Bees. Mentioned Green, he's now 0 for 4. Yano's 0 for 3. And he will step in here, trying to start something with 2 outs, put a little bit of pressure on this White House defense. The senior, he'll get the ball in one of those 2 games on Monday or Tuesday. Could be Monday for Yano.
Could be Wednesday.
Whatever day they end up getting played. That game is on Monday is here in Baxter, and Tuesday at DeKalb County. 0-1. Yano sends this one back foul. 0-2.
Yeah, we dodged all the rain last couple of days. I don't think we'll be so lucky coming up tomorrow night and Sunday.
0-2 to Yano. He just able to tip it back and stay alive.
A big swing as well, and it was probably one of the better pitches that he has seen. Just underneath it.
No games tomorrow for the Bees, so a rare Saturday off. Comes the 0-2.
Yeah,
Sent up in the air and foul.
They were supposed to play Lebanon. They had to push back to later on this month.
Holmes is working very quickly. Right back on the rubber. Yano climbs in. The 0-2 from the big righty. That one misses inside and low. 1-2. The 1-2. Yano sends this one up into the air, and guess what? It's out of play.
It is indeed. Way up there out of play. No dangers of parking here.
No. Holmes with a 1-2 again to Yano.
My goodness.
He brought the 6-iron out on that one and tips it back. Let's do it again. It's been like an 8-pitch at-bat or so.
It's up there. 9 of them. No, sorry. I'm looking at a different one.
1-2 again. Holmes. Got him on that one. for a big strikeout, number 3, but it's the last chance for the White House Blue Devils when we come back. This is Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Chris Wersing trying to slam the door and close out one of the more impressive complete games we've seen in a year full of complete games for the Bees, and mainly because of this stat. We're through 6 complete, and he's at 60 pitches. He's allowed just 2 hits. 1 run has come across in a disastrous slew of errors in the 5th. But now he'll face off against 4-5-6 in the White House Blue Devil lineup as he tries to secure the 6th consecutive victory for the Bees.
Yeah, and back-to-back really good outings from Chris Wersing, pretty much no matter how this goes, obviously, unless it completely implodes. But the way he's been throwing, it's been really solid. Obviously, the 60 pitches through the 6 innings so far, and this is the deepest that he has gone this season, but hadn't thrown that many pitches. Again, just 60 pitches so far for him. So he's been really solid today, throwing a lot of strikes, 49 strikes of those 60 pitches.
It would be his 2nd complete game, but that other one came in a run rule victory against Smith County last week. TJ Hardcastle, he grounded into a fielder's choice and a single so far. First pitch, that slider dips away, 1-0. Wersing with the 1-0. Another slider. That's a great pitch. 1-1.
Yeah, he's gone to that quite a bit today, and rightfully so. It's gone across for strike, and these batters have not been able to figure it out.
Now the fastball. This one barreled up into left field. Long way to go for Rylan Case. That is way back and down into the fence. The cleanup batter turns on one for a leadoff stand-up double. And that's what the Blue Devils need. They're just down 3. The tying run now goes into the on-deck circle. And coming up here is Easton Biggs.
He was looking for a fastball. He got the fastball and in a pretty good spot for Chris Wersing as well. A little bit elevated in the zone, but able to catch up to it. And obviously so. He put it right at the base. 345 out there in left center.
Easton Biggs is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. And all the attention right now for Wersing's in that batter's box. You got a 3-run cushion. First pitch slider, disgusting. Strike 1. Not bad.
Yeah, he's had a ton of success with it.
Long look back, takes another glance. Now a fastball. This one flicked over into right. Holroyd has a beat on it, makes the catch. He will throw in. It's cut off by Yano, so the runner moves up 90 feet, but again, the Bees really not concerned with him. There's a big first out. It'll bring up Maddox Holland.
Yeah, that run doesn't matter right now. You're just focusing on the guys at the plate, and like you said, you've got the 3-run cushion, so as long as you keep getting outs at the plate, it doesn't matter.
Holland reached on the first error. That was a cavalcade of mistakes in the 5th inning that allowed with the 1 run across. He'll climb in here. He grounded out back in the 2nd, so put a couple of balls in play so far. 66 pitch for Wersing. Backdoor slider. Got it. 0-1.
Especially against a lefty. There's not a whole lot you can do with it.
Yeah, you can flick it over into left maybe on the ground if you're lucky. 0-1. Fastball missed out. 1-1.
He's got a little tailing action on the fastball as well, so it's not like they're just straight fastballs when he's throwing that in there either.
1-1 for Chris Wersing. Brought the slider inside that time. Holland dust out just a little bit. Now it's 2-1. Joe Taylor, he's on deck here for the Blue Devils as they look for a little magic here in the top of the 7th. Here comes the 2-1. Fastball in. 3-1, and you really would love to not have the tying run come to the plate if you're the Bees here with a 1 out. And Worsing takes his time this time, takes a lap. Now back on. Here he comes. Fastball right there for a strike. We run full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
That's a really good pitch there. Still placing it well on the outside part of the plate with a fastball and again tailing away from the left-handed batter.
The 3-2. Swung on and missed a big-time Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout. I think Chris Worsing thought the ball game was over. It's not. It's out number 2. And here comes Joe Taylor trying to extend this one.
That's how much he's focusing on the batter, which is a good thing, especially now with 2 outs. That's the only thing you're doing. But that's a huge strikeout for Worsing, getting behind 3-1, working all the way back, elevating the fastball, and able to get him to swing right underneath.
That's 6 Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeouts for Worsing. First pitch slider here, missed a little bit up and in, 1-0.
And again, even that one, they're dipping away at it, but it's fighting to come back in there in the zone.
No question. Here comes the 1-0. That fastball framed up by Allison, but it missed. 2-0. Here comes the 2-0 pitch from Worsing. That's a good fastball across, 2-1. Last chance here for Whitehouse on the road. Runner at third and a 3-run ball game. Here comes the 2-1. Great slider in there for strike 2. And the Blue Devils are down to their final strike tonight.
75.
Here comes the 2-2 from Worsing. Swung on and missed. Chris Worsing with back-to-back Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeouts. Doesn't have to worry about the runner on third because he just retires this side anyway. Final score today in Baxter, Upperman 4, Whitehouse 1, and the Bees have won 6 consecutive ball games.
Yeah, some quick work for the Upperman Bees as well. An hour and a half in that one, a 4-1 victory. And again, got a little bit shaky there in the 5th with a couple of defensive plays, but able to bear down, get the outs, get out of the inning, only the 1 run across, and then a big hit by rookie Allison and able to get it into the outfield, and it's played a couple of runs. Again, we're looking for that big hit, able to get it, and able to win by 3.
The Bees were sitting at 4-7 on the campaign, and people started to say, uh-oh. Then basketball season ended, and now the Bees have their 10th victory at 10-7 in an all-around solid day. Another double-digit performance, and it starts with Chris Worsing on the mound. He was really good today.
Yeah, 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. It was unearned and 7 strikeouts, no walks as well. It's the 2nd straight game for the Bees where they had 12 strikeouts from Alec Wilson, 7 strikeouts from Chris Worsing, and no walks allowed from either of those pitchers. Obviously, the bats got the job done as well. 10 hits. Ricky Allison, a great day, 3 for 3 with 3 runs driven in and a run scored. Evan Huddleston, 2 for 3, and you mentioned it. It was the bottom part of the lineup that was getting the job done. Carson Holroyd had a couple of hits as well, so that bottom half of the lineup really solid.
Time for the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. Who's it going to today, Jacob?
There's a lot of attention being put on it today with me going with Bryn Green in the last outing. We're going to go with Chris Worsing in this one.
Wow,
the complete game, 7 innings, 3 hits, just the 1 run allowed in the 7 strikeouts. 76 pitches, very efficient in this one with a nod to rookie Allison as well.
So it's only on Tuesday where you hate pitchers. It's not today. Chris Worsing, the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. But as it's been for the past several games, and I'm giving you, obviously we're having a good time, but it's not been easy to pick the player of the game,
right.
which speaks to the balance that this Upperman team has had in this winning streak.
And again, exactly this reason right here. I could pick the pitcher every single time because it hasn't been since the couple Saturdays ago, 2 weeks ago, when they haven't had a guy go 5 or 6 or 7 innings because they've just been so dominant. Ever since that Saturday, ever since the basketball guys have come back, 6 wins in a row, and the pitchers have just been pure domination.
They'll look to make it 7 on Monday when they welcome into the DeKalb County Tigers here to Baxter. Weather permitting, coming up on Monday night. Tuesday night, weather permitting, in Smithville. Those games can be pushed back a little bit. Also later on in the week, a big one. Watertown comes to town, and then they round out the week next Saturday with the Smith County Owls coming here to Baxter. We, of course, will have broadcast coverage of all of it thanks to our friends at Gentry's Power Equipment and all the sponsors you've heard throughout the broadcast. No broadcast for us tomorrow. So we'll see you again
Final
on
Four
Monday.
action tomorrow?
Final Four action tomorrow, indeed. Until we talk to you all again, I'm Noah McKay for Jacob Vincent to my right and everybody at UCR. Final score from Baxter, Bees 4, White House 1. Have a great day, everybody.